Betsy Bowman, Redevelopment Authority.
Dan Lyons, Redevelopment Authority.
We're going to start with Dan.
Okay. I will take us through the CDBG business this morning. We are at the end of our annual CDBG application cycle, the Community Development Block Grant cycle every year. We assemble an application to the State Department of Community and Economic Development for the entitlement amount that the county is awarded every year. As part of that cycle, in the summer or late spring, we send out a letter to all the eligible municipalities to request project ideas, CDBG project ideas, and we hold a public hearing to get citizen input, and then we set a deadline. Municipalities submit their project ideas to us. We assemble a list of funding recommendations that we send to the commissioners on how we think you should allocate your CDBG monies. And we hold a second public hearing, which we did yesterday, that advertises the budget as proposed and gives the public the chance to comment on the proposed use of funds. So now that that has occurred, we're here today to get your official approval on the application. And typically, it's the same business every year. There's usually 3 resolutions. One where you approve the application, the submission of the application to DCED. Another where you approve a fair housing resolution that you must do every year. And then a third where it's sort of a blanket resolution where you recertify all your plans and policies that are required for the CDBG program. This year's a little different because we've had to update a number of those plans. So we actually have individual resolutions for about 5 different plans. These are not new plans per se, but they're updated versions of plans that the CDBG program has had for decades. So I don't know how you'd like to take that business if you want.
Well, each resolution is going to have its own A, B, C, D, so you'll have to walk through each one for separate approval. Maybe if you have questions before you do that, and then if not, then you can walk through those individually.
Any questions before he proceeds? Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. First resolution is to approve the CDBG program for fiscal year 2019 and the submission of the application to DCED, also authorizing Commissioner Phillips to sign the required signature pages that go into the application.
Awesome.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve that CDBG resolution. Any questions? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you. Second resolution is the adoption of the Citizen Participation Plan. This is the plan that lays out that we have to have a public hearing initially and a second public hearing once we have the budget, and lays out our citizen participation process.
Motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the plan.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the Citizen Participation Plan resolution. Any questions or comments? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you. The third resolution is the fair housing resolution, same as every year. That you make certain commitments to further fair housing, including the advertisement of a fair housing notice that designates Jamie Wolgemuth as the fair housing officer and directs the public to him for fair housing related complaints.
Now this has nothing to do with the city land bank then.
Correct, nothing to do.
I'll make a motion to appoint Jamie to do the fair housing.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the fair housing resolution. Any questions? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So ordered.
The next resolution is for the Minority Business and Women Business Enterprise Plan, adoption of that plan that establishes the county's objective to promote the full participation of minority and women-owned businesses in the CDBG program.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the Minority Business and Women in Business resolution. Any question or comment? If not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Next is the Residential Anti-Displacement and Relocation Plan. Basically establishes that we will make every effort not to displace people during the CDBG activity. And if we are going to propose something that would create displacement or relocation, we will take certain steps to make that public.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the anti-displacement and relocation resolution. Any question or comment about that? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so ordered.
Next, we have the Section 504 plan, resolution adopting the Section 504 plan and appointing Jamie Wogelmuth as the Section 504 officer to field Section 504 related grievances from the public. Section 504, as a reminder, prohibits discrimination in participation in CDBG funded programs on the basis of disabilities.
Make a motion to approve section 504.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Let me just get this straight. The one I was approved for me, I just signed, but the one he gets is any complaints or all the, okay.
Got it.
Accurate.
Very good. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
And then the last resolution for the CDBG program is adopting the procurement policy. This establishes the procurement policy for CDBG related activity. We have to comply with certain procurement standards when we do construction contracting or other professional services like that.
Okay, and so I'd just like some clarification for a moment, please.
Mhm.
I didn't have a complete list of everything we voted on, so I've been writing that down, because
Okay.
the one I have says CDBG, PHAERE, and City Land Bank.
Land bank's later.
Right.
Not today.
Land bank will be in 2 weeks from today.
Okay, so that's not in anything here.
Right,
Okay.
and yeah, I'll do the CDBG business and then Betsy will do the PHAERE business.
Okay, well then I'll move to approve the procurement policy.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you, that's the 7 resolutions. Now we have the 2 agreements for the CDBG program.
It's a record for us,
It
number
is.
of
It
resolutions
is.
brought here.
In these programs, is there any money left for the actual programs after all the bureaucrats?
Not much.
It's so
Did you
good.
call us a bureaucrat?
I'm sorry, not you, I'm talking about the ones that put all this,
Oh, okay.
We have
it's unbelievable, really. But proceed.
We have 2 agreements that we'd like you to approve today. One is the now infamous administrative agreement that unfortunately was the finding in your audit. This is something that
Which they stated that you quickly rectified.
we did. I apologize for needing to rectify that. The problem with that one was it was not required for the application every year. We had to come back to you later when the grant actually came, and somehow that fell through the cracks. Apologize for that. So now what we'd like to do going forward is just have you approve it every year when you're approving everything else related to that application. So this is the administrative agreement between the county and the redevelopment authority for administration of your fiscal year 2019 CDBG program.
I'll make a motion to approve the administrative program.
And I'll second it.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve that agreement for 2019. Any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you. And then the last agreement is a cooperation agreement between the county and South Lebanon Township, because South Lebanon Township also receives an entitlement allocation from the state, but it's in the same contract as the county's money, and the county oversees it.
I'll make a motion to adopt the cooperative agreement with South Lebanon Township.
Second.
We have a motion on the floor and a second. Any comment or question? Not all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Okay, that's it for the CDBG business. Thank you.
Quick housekeeping thing. Could you label those resolutions A through G?
Sure.
So it'd be 1107 2019 A down through G. And if you can put the heading for those.
A through J. Sure. Mhm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Me? Next.
All right, Betsy,
Okay.
yes.
All right, we're also here today to ask your support for a PHAERE grant. I'd spoken with you back in August when we came for the allocation for the senior repair program and the access program, and said that there was a possibility, if we could get it together, that we would like to submit for PHAERE funding to take the place, really, of the Act 137 that you've been funding those two programs with. It wouldn't be a permanent replacement, but it would at least give us maybe 2 years of not having to come back to the commissioners for Act 137 money. So we're in the process of working on that application. It's due next Friday, and we are going to apply for $350,000 of PHAERE funds to continue the senior repair and accessibility program. We're asking the city to contribute $25,000 in support of that for city properties, and we would ask for the commissioners also to support with $50,000 of Act 137 funds as match. The match isn't a requirement, but they strongly would like to see some local support of that.
Strengthens the application.
It does. And what we're doing is we would be taking some of the, providing you a little relief to Act 137 that you could use it on other projects, but also we would be increasing the amount of assistance that we could provide per household. Right now we're at $6,000 a person, and when we're doing accessibility items and making modifications to a bathroom, for example, $6,000 doesn't really cover it. So we've had to make some hard choices. Someone who might have needed bathroom modifications and a ramp as well, we just can't do it with the $6,000. So this would allow us to raise it. We think we're going to ask to increase it to $10,000, so it would be a stronger program.
Wow.
Could you spell out PHAERE?
Yeah,
The
oh,
acronym,
sure.
please.
PHAERE is the Pennsylvania Housing Affordability and Rehabilitation Enhancement Fund. And that is funded in 3 sources. It is Marcellus Shale, which is not going into this pot. It is also the
Realty transfer tax.
The transfer tax.
And then the National Affordable Housing Trust Fund.
So this is for the local transfer tax portion of it. And we think we have a pretty good shot at it because we looked at applications that had been submitted and funded last year, and there were several counties who were awarded for similar programs, and providing no one else from Lebanon County submits an application, we think we have a strong enough application to be funded.
Motion for the $50,000.
Make a motion to apply for the PHAERE grant and fund at what level?
50.
$50,000.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any question or comment? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.